insurance, this is Tony Cañas, and today I want to talk to you about the Hire Beyond Bias Bootcamp and a whole suite of training that is being offered by my very good friend Amy Waninger at Lead at any level. It's the Hire Beyond Bias Bootcamp is 7 modules, probably about 90 minutes worth of video, and each module has a video and sometimes a related reading or two. It guides you through the entire hiring process from planning for it to resumes to interviews to making the offer to onboarding the person and beyond in a way that's going to guarantee that you get the best candidate you can, not the one that's the most obvious. She's training you to look for the best candidates, not the most obvious one. In order to do that, you need to inventory your biases and really understand your company culture and your department culture. And she provides you a questionnaire to do that. She also goes through the myths that keep companies from true diverse hiring, including especially the myth that bringing in diverse talent lowers the bar. And so she dispels that myth. Also helps you look on how to trim back job requirements into a truly necessary. I thought this part was really, really, really interesting. If you are posting your job description as it exists today, chances are the job description was written with things that don't really need to be there, that really are not related to the reality of this particular job and what that job needs today. Also, she guides you through how to give weights to each hiring criteria and on how to remember that you're interviewing for a role in your company, not for a best friend. Many companies have the beer test, or basically they hire for culture fit, which sounds like a great idea. But the problem with hiring for culture fit, it means that you're going to hire people just like the people just like yourself and just like the people you already have. So the beer test is basically, would I like to have a beer with this person? Well, the beer test is a direct expression of your biases. One key piece of this inclusive way of hiring is having multiple interviewers with agreed upon predefined weight criteria. Each interview weighs the resume, weighs the interview, or scores the resume and the interview against the previous agreed criteria. Then you compare results, and if a single interviewer comes back with outlier results, then you basically have to ask, is it the candidate or is it the interviewer's biases? And everybody has biases, right? Having a bias does not make you a biased person. We all have them. Being aware of your biases and learning how to keep them from having you make a bad decision is the important part. It really teaches you how to hire in an objective and measurable way, how to have objective and measurable criteria that all the interviewers share and have agreed upon beforehand, and teaches you how to have a very clear scoring criteria even before you review your first resume. Without clear objective criteria, you'll probably choose people you like the best, in making a decision with your gut and then rationalizing it. That's a very human thing to do. She talks about the dangers of looking for culture fit, how culture fit leads you to have an organization where all the people are very similar. Instead of culture fit, she teaches you to think in terms of culture contribution. Everybody should bring something unique to grow the team. Teaches you how to diversify the selection team, and there must be a team. You can't leave the hiring just to yourself, just to one person. There must be a team, and how to calibrate with your team. She talks a good amount about job postings and how to write job postings that attract diverse candidates with the right job description. Teaches you on how to focus when you're doing a job description, focus on tasks and not objectives, not personal characteristics of the candidate, because people can approach tasks in different ways and be equally successful. So if your job description focuses entirely on the characteristics of the candidate, or significantly the characteristics of the candidate, and on the way the tasks need to be done, you'll attract only the people that match those tasks well, for whom those tasks are natural. Also, she walks you through removing internal and industry-specific jargon in order to attract candidates with transferable skills from other industries, and on how to write your job description to make it very clear that you are committed to attracting the diversity. Also, to help you think through where you're posting. No, it turns out there's places specifically where you can post it that are more accurate, more commonly visited by diverse candidates. She really encourages you to work with blind resumes. and how to have a third party, a third person from your company that's not part of the interview team, redact non-crucial criteria, such as as the name of the person, such as the school, dates graduated, things like that. This really needs to be done by a third party. And basically, by the time you look at a resume, by the time all of the interviewers look at the resume, what you should have is an equal standing, regardless of this was you're avoiding people getting discriminated by your unconscious biases. Also, interviewees should get asked the same questions by the same people and scored in the same objective way. All the interviews should be done in the same on the same day, and she explains why. And you should have defined ahead of time how to break ties without the beer test. And then she goes into detail on how to onboard in a way that is in a way that is inclusive. She talks about the different things that need to be covered in the orientation process. And I've read many things about orientation process. I had never read anything quite like this or seen anything quite like this. Okay, I really love the idea that your employees are there to form a symphony. You can't make a symphony if all you have are violins. You can't make a symphony if all you have are drummers, or if all you have are flutes or woodwinds. If everybody in the company is very similar, you are missing out on a lot of potential growth. You're missing out on a lot of the symphony. So anyway, there is a lot here, and this is just one of the courses. She actually has several other courses beyond the class. She also beyond this particular class that I took. This one goes for I believe about $400, and it would pay for itself with one or two good hires. Beyond this class, she also offers classes on moving from panic to purpose, network beyond bias, delivering feedback, overcoming interpersonal barriers to inclusion, building strong professional networks, clear communication strategy for professionals, how to create a learning culture, everyday interactions and your personal brand, how to play to your strengths. By the way, she's a certified strengths finders coach. Speaking out, which is about understanding challenges of LGBTQ and allies in the corporate world, the inclusive insurance agency, and women as cross-cultural allies. Most of the classes are $47. There's some packages, and there's the coolest package is a membership for $29 a month. So anyway, there is a lot here. I have not seen all the classes, but I've seen Amy speak many times and teach a few courses, and they have always been absolutely fantastic. So I enthusiastically recommend her classes, and I think there's a magnificent value. Sign up for a few months at $29 a month and take as many of the classes as possible. See how much value you get out of it, because it truly is an incredible amount of content that you won't find anywhere else. It's all original. By the way, if you use my link, I do get a referral fee. Tell you what, if you sign up for any of the classes, even not this particular one, and using my referral fee, and you hate it and you think it was a waste of money, and you feel that I sent you in the wrong direction because a small referral fee, reach out. I'm happy to talk to you. I will carry your feedback back to Amy, and I'll at least buy you a coffee, if not dinner, to make up for it. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Hope this was helpful.